Hello everyone! Before I start to show you my 5 card idea, I want to show you what and how I finished those wooden accents. Here I have Salmon Says Stamp Embossing ink pad and this silver embossing powder from Ranger. Once I dumped my wooden scissor on clear ink pad, I am adding embossing powder on it and hit embossing. I did it twice so I can get a better finish coverage. Ta-da! My scissors look like a real one. First cut. I pre-cut all paper to be ready for video. For sentiments, white cardstock, cut dyed with stitches rectangle from Simon Says Stamp. Here is a camera wooden embellishment embossed in black, and a torn piece of white cardstock pressed with dot matrix embossing folder. Let's get started. I am attaching black paper on cardstock using this green board from Martha Stewart for a perfect positioning. Then this torn white paper I am sticking with new tacky glue from Simon Says Stamp. I wanted to see how it works, how fast it dries, and what materials can be used with. As it is PVA, it should work with any craft materials we are playing with. Here's a poem, and I'm going to do some dimension in this card and also gluing it to the cardstock. Now for the sentiments, I wanted to stamp something simple as just hello. I'm going to heat emboss it with black powder from Ranger to match with my embossed in black camera wooden embellishment. Okay, as my sentiments is ready, I foam it up to the card and adding this embellishment on the top of the word hello. Here my card is ready but not 100%, as later I add a pink sequin from Studio Katia that came with this February kit. Second card is the simplest. I already attached a pattern paper to the cardstock, and this mint paper pressed with grid lock texture embossing folder. I torn it apart and also cut off some imperfection for. Wait for it to see why I cut it. For sentiments, I picked stamp from previous kit brush strokes and stamped in white ink from Simon Says Stamp on smooth part of paper. As this is pigment ink, it takes time to dry. Once it dried, I am stamping words that says crafters gonna craft and sealing it with clear embossing powder. Then I am attaching this torn paper to the cardstock and adding this scissor wooden embellishment embossed in silver to this card between torn and perfect cut lines, like the scissor is on process cutting this piece of paper. Gluing it up, and second card is done. In third card, I'm using my favorite technique, playing with water and colors, but this time with Daniel Smith watercolor paint. I want to keep this card wide, clean, so color will stand out. First, I'm adding sentiments and little crafty tools on my base background. You make everything colorful. It's a perfect sentiment for using rainbow colors. Stamping this brush and lines, and at the end just a paint tube. Forming this background to attach to cardstock, but first I am attaching watercolor paper below sentiments background. Card is almost ready for making it more fun and colorful. Here is medium point watercolor brush, and I also included all watercolor paint from previous kit for extra color I want. First, I'm grabbing a little paint and making a drop of water on this watercolor paper just below this stamped brush, adding more water to make it more like watercoloring swatches coming from brush. I am coloring in rainbow order. After I finish adding colors, I let them dry and added clear sequins around sentiments. This fall card is so much fun and colorful, all thanks to the idea of using those patterned stripes as a quilting pieces. I also added on stitches details from Long Fawn Borders die. I got cut stitches rectangle piece also from Long Fawn, and this stitch is hot. And on top dark gray paper I added shimmer with wink of Stella, and very important, the sewing machine wooden embellishment as part of this quilting style card. First I lined up strips to see how it will look, switching them around for a better look. then attaching them all on cardstock, using this grid for a perfect lineup. On the other side, I just cut excess of paper. Then I decided to add stitches on strips so they will look like quilted piece of fabric together. This card will say, sending you a handcrafted hello from so very far away. Besides sentiments, I attached a glitter heart and a wooden embellishment sewing machine. Also, I added transparent sequins. I was wondering if this glue will dry clear, and yes it did. This card will be perfect to send with something you recently sew for your family or friends. And the last card going to be a 10-foot card in typewriter style. I prepared pattern paper with machine typewriters, this mini cut die circles from Fawn, and the sentiments will be of course in typing style from machine. First I'm attaching this piece of black paper so it will divide between pattern and clean background. Pattern paper on top. Wait a moment, somehow I made it crooked. Gotta fix it quickly without wasting this pretty paper. I managed to fix my mistake, and next I'm going ahead to do my sentiments, emboss it with white embossing powder. Once my sentiments is ready, I separate those letters and planning to cut them in circle shape. But somehow it didn't work the way I wanted, so I decided to cut myself. I tried with the scissors that came with the kit, but it's perfect only for a cropped straight line. I applied foam tape circles on letters and using Simon Says stamp green acetate to line up this sentiment. sentiment stood out, really dimensional, and it's kinda cool. For the finishing touch-up, I'm using Winning of Style shimmer and Nubble drops on hearts. This simple card is ready to thanks. Here are all my 5 card ideas that I made with February card kit, Colourful Crafty Life. It was fun and challenging to play with. I want to apologize for my late video as I was moving to another location closer to my full-time job. Thank you for your understanding and watching. Love ya. See you later.